There is a town in Spain, perched dramatically on the edge of a cliff, high above the plains of Andalusia, once coveted by the Romans and fought over by Moors and Christians. Its whitewashed streets are stitched with arches, glowing in the light of the setting sun. This is where the journey into Andalusia's famous Pueblos Blancos begins. So, what does visiting Arcos de la Frontera feel like today?
Welcome to Arcos de la Frontera, another beautiful whitewashed town in the province of Cadiz. We have just arrived and we have parked our car at the bottom, and I would highly recommend to park at the bottom as well. Although it's half an hour walk, but it saves you going through the narrow uphill streets of Arcos. I'm quite excited because one of my favorite restaurants in Andalusia, Don Fernando, is in Arcos. And also, don't go anywhere, I've got a surprising viewpoint for you. This town is full of history and you will see traces dotted all around the town, from doors to lampposts. It was conquered by the Romans, and then later on Muslims took over, and then finally Christian forces. Arcos actually means arches, and this town you will see all around arches, and they look beautiful. But not only beautiful, they have a purpose as well. Because this town was built on a bedrock, uneven bedrock, arches help to distribute the weight sideways rather than downwards.
But Arcos isn't just beautiful for its lovely streets, arches and architecture. It's also very strategically located on top of a cliff, 100 meters tall. Back in the day, they thought that this location was perfect because it was impossible to attack. And nowadays, in today's day, you have rewarded with beautiful views. And that one over there is one of the most impressive views you can see, not just in Arcos, but in all Andalusia. And it also has a very famous name, which I cannot say here on camera because YouTube will ban us. But the history tells that one of King of Spain came here to look at the view, and he actually said, C word, it's too high. And since that day, that was remembered throughout the town and throughout the country. And that's why they call this balcony the Balcón del C word. It looks that it's closed for safety reasons, and it's actually been closed for the last 2 years. It looks that they're actually reinforcing it because, let me tell you, it's quite high and quite scary. So obviously, they don't want that falling apart. But there is another alternative. There is a hotel here right next door, Mirador de Arcos, and it has a terrace with equally amazing views. Wow, look at this. It's indeed this really beautiful view, but also at the same time very scary. Because the one over there, I must say, is more impressive. And let's see if we can find some pictures of it when we came here many years ago. But from here, they're equally beautiful, equally impressive. You have all the view of the valley, you have the view of the churches of Arcos de la Frontera.
So beautiful. And look at that cliff over there. It's just so stunningly beautiful. Everywhere around this town you go, you will have stunning views. It looks like a castle, like a fairy tale castle on top of a hill, and with dramatic views as well. It's not just beautiful, this is a very strategic location because this is Guadalete Valley, and down there is Guadalete River. Over there is Atlantic Ocean. Anybody who wants to conquer Spain, they would come from the Atlantic Ocean and they had to go through this point. And this is the highest point, the vantage point, where they can look out and attack the forces coming in. Around this area, the Battle of Guadalete was fought in 711. And that was the point when Muslims won this battle and started to conquer Spain and turned Andalusia and the rest of Spain, the culture they provided and the beauty they provided in the architecture that we see today.
That's actually the balcony I was talking about, for security reasons, and now you can understand why they want to make it stronger, because it's quite high and quite scary. However, you can come to the hotel next door and you can have amazing views from the hotel room. And if you don't want to stay here, you can still come to this beautiful terrace and enjoy a lovely meal, drink with your friends and family, whilst observing and admiring these beautiful and historic views. We would love to stay here, have a drink, have a meal, but we have so much more to show you in this beautiful town. So stay tuned because a lot more to come.
More arches. This town is beautiful with the arches. And right now we are at the castle, which is opposite the hotel. And this castle is not actually accessible to public because it's a private property. Imagine having a castle as your private property. And that's the main door. You can visit this castle, however, about 4 to 5 times a year, which is organized by the town center.
That's a pity. I would have loved to see the castle. All my life I've been living around this area. I will never get to see it because every time we come here, it's closed. Hopefully one day we will be able to. But don't worry because we have a lot more to show you. Right now there is a concert going on, a Christmas concert going on inside the main church of the town. You can probably hear in the background. But later on, we will be able to go in and go all the way to the top in the tower. Our bellies are grumbling right now and it's asking us for food. So we're gonna go and enjoy a delicious food. As you know, Aslam and I will love food in the Pueblos Blancos and specifically here in Arcos. And after that, we will keep exploring the town and we'll show you amazing viewing points. So many hills. I mean, you don't really need to go to the gym here. You can just go to Arcos and just climb the hills. Oh, that's very nice. You can hear the buildings in the background, and then you have a church here, which seems to be open. Let's go and have a look. So beautiful. It's like, again, like any other Pueblo Blanco, it's bringing me back to the old times because they have preserved the history. They looked at the history so well. So it's like modern life is integrated into the past and they both live together every day. Wow. Just the bells going off, they're just again giving it a magical feeling to this town. Okay, this is a palace here. Then another arch over there. It's fully integrated into, this is a more Andalusian, this is more Moorish, all Reconquista era. There's a mini arch here. There's so many arches, full of them. With the bells going off and so close to Christmas. It feels very Christmassy in this town. And we are now in Palacio de Mayorazgo, which is a palace. And right over there we can see a Belén, which is the nativity scene. Let's go and have a look. We couldn't go to the castle before, but at least we are inside a palace. And this palace, Mayorazgo, what does that mean? Mayorazgo was a legal system in Spain that meant that you could give that property to the eldest heir, but the eldest heir couldn't sell it, nor couldn't divide it into amongst their brothers or relatives. And that's why it stayed in the family. This building is from the 16th century and it belonged to a noble family linked to the Dukes of Arcos. And today it's used as an exhibition center. And with all this furniture, you actually feel that you're back in the day looking at what they used to live like back in the day. This is the library, for example. I love how the wooden structure at the top, the doors, very good quality. They don't do things like that anymore. This is beautiful. And then you have the patio here, typical Andalusian patio. There are so many paintings of the Pueblos Blancos, and if I could, I would like to purchase some of them because they're extremely beautiful. Oh, wow. I've actually personally never been here before. We just discovered, well, Aslam actually saw this by pure luck. This is gorgeous. You have the church right in front of you. Wow, the view, and you can't really smell, but it's that smell of the burning wood from the fireplaces, giving you a very Christmassy feeling, very cozy feeling. Wow. This palace has it all. History, beauty, art, amazing views. And the other amazing thing is completely free of charge. If you come to Arcos, you cannot miss this palace. This palace was absolutely beautiful. And on the way out, I want to check out the Belén. A Belén is a Spanish tradition during Christmas. If you don't know what they are like, you can see our video for Christmas we launched last week in the link below. But we're just going to give you a glimpse of the nativity scene or the Belén for Arcos de la Frontera. Oh wow, it's very different to the Belens we've seen in Costa del Sol or Andalusia, because this is hand-knitted, which gives even a more personal touch.
Right opposite the palace, you have Iglesia San Pedro, which was built over a Muslim fortress and has its roots in 14th century. You can see the architecture blend from the Gothic to Baroque to Renaissance. That tower was built in the end, and it dominates the skyline of Arcos. Okay, the restaurant I wanted to go is Don Fernando over there, but there are so many beautiful restaurants like this patio here, and I'm quite tempted with them, but I think I'm gonna stick to Don Fernando because I've been dreaming to come to this place, and I hope they don't disappoint me and it's as good as I remember it. Hola, ¿mesa para dos? Gracias. Hola. Wait, you wanna say? There are lots of. Ooh, I love how they made the pots and things. This seems to be like something from back in the days. Ah, interesting. Intrigued. If I remember, the chicken I loved, it was covered with mustard sauce. So let's have a look.
It's a lovely location, surrounded by history, lovely vibe as well. People enjoying a lovely Sunday here. The bells are going off. Weather is about 20 degrees, so it's not that hot and it's not that cold. So it's a pleasant day. They're giving us this free cheese on the house. That is Pajojo cheese with olive oil. Strong flavor.
Our plates has arrived and look at the size of them. It looks so yummy. I love the fact that we got potatoes and some fresh salad as well for healthy reasons. Unfortunately, the chicken, the dish I really was looking forward to, they stopped doing it. And I've gone for the beige food, which is chicken with black pepper sauce on it. Oh, it's a little bit spicy. It's got kick to it. It's nice. It's lovely, and I will give it 7 out of 10.
I mean, first of all, I'm very surprised with the size of it because it's massive. I mean, this is a lot more. We should have just gone for half the portion. Very strong flavor. Actually, the meat is stronger than the pepper sauce.
That was a lovely lunch, and now we're going to explore the streets of Arcos. And as you know, this town is built on top of a hill. There are lots of viewing points. We can see straight away a sign for a Mirador, so let's check it out. Oh, even that's a beautiful view. Wow, I'm loving how the light falls on the narrow streets, creating beautiful shadows. That's the thing about this area. It's called Costa de la Luz, which means the coast of light. Especially in winter, you see the light cutting through, shining on the beautiful whitewashed streets. I'm lost. The reason why these streets are designed like this is actually on purpose, because it was done on strategic basis, because when the forces would come here to capture this town, get them stuck in a dead end and then attack from the top. Wow, look at this beautiful view. Amazing. And again, typical arch from Arcos, and then you have frame. It's like it's framing the view. Keep coming down and you have view appearing and the picture changing all the time. And on the corner you have Bésame en este arco. Normally you see Bésame en este rincón, which is kiss me in this corner. Now it says that kiss me under this arch. Lovely. Stunning. Wow. This corner is like an edge of a ship, in the front of the ship where you are on the edge and the whole open ocean is in front of you. We have a Mirador on that side and Mirador on this side. Let's check that one first. Beautiful. That lake is not also good for bird watching, but it also have amazing facilities. Arcos is actually 40 minutes drive away from beautiful beaches of Cadiz province. And if you don't fancy driving 40 minutes, then there is a man-made beach over there which you can access within 10 minutes. Wow, look at that. There's a reason why they've put bench over here. It's such a beautiful spot. It's a place where you can sit down quietly and enjoy the nature. It's like you're in the front seat of the action. Amazing.
It's time to go back to the town centre and go back to the church. As you know, there was a concert going on and they told us it would finish at 4:30, and at that time we will be able to access the church and go to the tower to admire beautiful views. I actually like the raw look because all the times you go in Pueblos Blancos, you see that they have renovated it, that they look fresh, they look newer, but here they have let it to go older with time, so showing how much age is going in them, how much history is in it. And this is a perfect opportunity for me to explain you about Pueblos Blancos, because Pueblos Blancos we keep mentioning in our videos, and if you're not familiar with them, you might be wondering, what are they? Pueblos Blancos are villages, whitewashed villages dotted across the Andalusia region. The most popular ones are in Malaga and Cadiz province, and this is one of them. And actually, people say this is the gateway to Pueblos Blancos. Why is that? It's mainly because of the location. It's close to Sevilla, it's close to Jerez, and it's also on the edge of Sierra de Cadiz, where all the Pueblos Blancos start. And you will see a beautiful mix of medieval time, Moorish time, Christian time, and modern time, all combined into one to make a beautiful town. Oh, the nuns' convent is open now, and this is a very unique and sweet spot in Arcos, because here the nuns, they made delicious sweets, and especially around Christmas time, it's very popular. You have quite a few options. It's about €5, €8, €9, so you can select them all. It's in English and Spanish. They tell you the number of units in them, and then once you are ready, you go inside, and through this little gate, you tell the nun what you want, and they bring it up for you. You don't really see them because they're not supposed to be seen, but they bring it up for you in a box, and they are delicious.
Okay, I've just walked into the church and it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna be quiet because obviously we're in the church, and I love the ceiling of the church. Look at that. It's like, it reminds me of La Sagrada Familia. The story of this basilica is quite a beautiful one actually, because we go to these different Andalusian towns where in the center of the town they used to have a mosque back in the Moors' time, but then Christians took over and they destroyed the mosque and built a church on top. This basilica was a mosque as well, but they never destroyed it. It was built on top of that and became what we see today. It's a fusion of different faiths, and you can see in the architecture as well, from the Gothic to Renaissance and beautifully decorated Baroque architecture on the tower. We were really looking forward to going up the tower, but unfortunately it was closed.
Again, another example of a beautiful Pueblo Blanco in the province of Cadiz with lots of history. And this one in particular, I love walking through the streets of Arcos because when you compare it to other Pueblos Blancos are very pretty, freshly painted with lots of flowers, flower pots, plants. But this one, as I said before, is a bit more raw. You can see like the open wounds of this castle, and this one here is not freshly painted. But I think that is what is the pretty of Arcos. It's original, it's true, it's identity, it's history. By modernizing it, by putting lots of plants, putting lots of lights, lots of modernity, it just loses its charm. And you see another little alleyway with lots of artists in here. It's full of charm. And people must say to me, well, it doesn't look as pretty as the towns of Vejer or Ronda. But for me, this is the pretty of Arcos. It kept its identity. And you're probably not aware of Ruta de Pueblos Blancos. Earlier on, I explained what a Pueblo Blanco is. And there's actually a route that you can actually go through all the Pueblos Blancos of Cadiz and Malaga. And this is a starting point. But how do you get here then? The nearest airport is Jerez or Sevilla, and you can get here by bus or by train. If you want to go to Jerez Airport, it will be around 40 to 60 minutes drive in the car. You can also get buses as well, which will take approximately an hour as well. And if you want to go to Seville Airport, it will take roughly around the same, an hour and a half to get here by car or by bus. And now we are approaching merienda time. And as you know, this is my favorite time of the day. It's close to 6 p.m. Now everybody's coming after having a heavy lunch. And now people are going out for a walk with their friends and family, enjoying this time, the golden hour, as we call it, just enjoying the beautiful streets of Arcos. Wow, as you can see, the town is actually quite big. And that's not the more residential area. We've just been in the town center where all the monuments, churches are. But here is where the locals live. And you can see the little plazas, people having merienda now, or coffee, or a drink with their friends and family. Beautiful. As you know, Arslan and I, we love a sunset. And what place to come than the place we came earlier on to see the amazing views. Look at the sun, almost setting over there. Everybody's coming here to admire this show on earth. It's a free show and it's a beautiful one. It's very relaxing. You don't hear much commotion because it's not a big town, so it's not going to be packed with tourists, giving you time to take pictures, relax, and enjoy and absorb what you're watching, what you're seeing. It's beautiful. I understand why they call Arcos de la Frontera the gateway to Pueblos Blancos, because look at this view. This horizon in front of you, this vast horizon in front of you is telling you lots of stories. You don't know how much has happened in this land, and also all the beautiful Pueblos Blancos are just hidden in front of you for you to discover. It's so quiet and relaxing. Even though there's people in the bars and restaurants, it's not overly loud. When you go to other summer destinations or holiday destinations, and you go to the bar area, the food street area, it's so noisy, lots of people, you kind of walk around. But here, it's busy, but just the right amount of busy. You see a bit of life, enjoying the walk with the friends and family. If you live in one of these places, or you stay in one of these places when you're visiting, coming out and looking at this magnificent view, wow. Even driving, look at that car just driving in that very narrow thing. This is what I meant earlier. This is exactly what I was meaning. That will you drive your car in the town center like that? I mean, if it's your own car and an old car, you don't mind scratching it, that's fine. If it's a rental car, you want to risk it? Look at that. But this is what I mean, like walking around and seeing the mixture of modernity and very old architecture. It's a beautiful mix.
What a beautiful town out of Frontera is. If you are in Cadiz, in the province of Cadiz, Seville, in Malaga, I would say keep room for Arcos. It will not disappoint you. You will learn a lot of history, admire beautiful views and architecture, and have a lovely time. We would like to say thank you for watching and see you next week from another amazing location in Spain. Hasta luego!